Happening now, an alleged human trafficker was arrested following a federal raid in Falconer, the latest from the scene. Plus, what a local physician says is the barrier to finally ending COVID-19.
Well, happy winter, everybody. We're going to have a little bit of snow to go through, but is it going to stay for Christmas? We'll talk about it in detail next as the news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now. This is WNY News Now with live breaking news.
Federal and local law enforcement arrested an alleged human trafficker in Chautauqua County this morning. Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Chautauqua County Sheriff Jim Quattrone tells WNY News Now his department, along with other local agencies, assisted his federal colleagues in executing a search warrant at a Delaware Avenue home in the village of Falconer. The arrest followed a show of force by law enforcement with a police helicopter and several SWAT teams taking part. The sheriff says this was done out of an abundance of caution. Now, as of 7:30 this morning, the suspect, who has not yet been identified, was taken into custody. Police continued to search the home at that time. Additional details on surrounding the arrest and the investigation is expected to be released later by federal authorities. We, of course, will continue to follow this and provide updates here on air and online at WNYNewsNow.com. A Chautauqua County physician is expressing his frustration with how politicized COVID-19 has become, saying unless we get over our vaccine hesitancy, the pandemic will never end. Our Bronson Rasmussen is hearing from Dr. Robert Burke, a local physician and member of Chautauqua County's COVID-19 task force, who compared the fight against the virus to a war he says we're currently losing.
We're losing a battle. We're losing lives every day for no reason except that we can't get together and understand it's war.
Dr. Burke also believes that the topic has become highly politicized.
People have just gotten this all wrong, and I think that's the most frustrating part about it. This is not political. This is not infringement of personal rights.
The only way out of this, he says, is unification and personal responsibility, a point that Dr. Burke is urgently trying to make.
This is 100% personal responsibility. Each of us I'm responsible for you. You're responsible for me. I'm responsible for your family, my family, and everybody else out there. And this is nothing about your right to do whatever you want. It's about the public's responsibility towards each other.
Similar to County Executive P.J. Wendell, Dr. Burke says that this is not about one's belief or looks, but it's everyone's responsibility to stop the pandemic.
It doesn't matter whether you're red, white, blue, independent. That's irrelevant. The issue for us is we have to look after each other.
Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.
Bronson, thank you. This fall, the county legislature approved motions calling on state and federal leaders to support constitutional rights and asked for alternatives to COVID-19 vaccine mandates. The action followed several protests against the state vaccine mandate for healthcare workers. Well, a Sugar Grove man is dead and a woman was flown to the hospital following a crash in Warren County last week. According to Pennsylvania State Police, it happened at the intersection of Warren and Teal Hill Road in Sugar Grove just before 5 a.m. Thursday. 24-year-old Dylan Edwards was driving east when he did not stop at a stop sign. The vehicle then hit an SUV that was headed south. Edwards was taken to UPMC Chautauqua Hospital where he died from his injuries. A female passenger in his vehicle was flown to UPMC Hammett. The driver of the SUV involved, a 45-year-old Warren man, did not require treatment. Peak and Peak Resort opened for their winter season today when ski lifts started spinning at about 9 a.m. this morning. However, not all winter activities are ready to go yet, with the snow tubing hill expected to open next Monday. Peak's officials tell us they have invested in their snowmaking system this year to help increase the resort's snowmaking capabilities, giving skiers and snowboarders more days on the slope. Well, for the past week and a half, many here in Jamestown have noticed a festive PT Cruiser traveling the area. However, it was not all candy canes and gumdrops for the Santa behind the wheel. Over the past 4 years, Gerald Sayer, aka Santa Claus, has decorated his vehicle in hopes of spreading Christmas cheer. With candy canes in hand, Sayer meets with just about everybody, young and old.
The kids, it's also the older people. When they see this car lit up like they do, they all get a big cheer and a big smile on their face.
However, not everyone was smiling when they spotted Santa cruising down the road. Last week, Sayer was pulled over by an officer with the Lakewood Busti Police Department, who stopped him for his flashing Christmas lights.
The officer said, with the lights flashing, people might think it's an emergency vehicle and want to get out of the way. To my opinion, I mean, what emergency vehicle is going to be driving around playing Here Comes Santa Claus and with all these kind of lights?
The officer was also concerned with Santa's obstructed back license plate, an offense that could have warranted a ticket.
He was going to, but then for some reason he had a better thought. He just said, okay, I'll just give you a warning.
Since his run-in with the law, Santa met with the village's chief of police to rectify the problem, installing a new light switch to control the display.
And he made me a switch where I can turn the lights off when I'm driving down Fairmont Avenue. And when I go into like Walmart, Wagner's or whatever, the parking lots, I can flip the light switch off and it'll turn my lights on without getting out of the car.
Going forward, the Santa is cleared to drive in Lakewood once again.
In the car, their eyes light up. But then when they see Santa Claus driving it, that really makes them light up. Yeah. And like I say, I drive around the housing areas, and the kids will come, they'll hear my music, and we stand out on the front porch waiting for me to drive by the house.
Now, in addition to Santa's patrols around the area, he also makes house calls. Those looking to learn more can call Sayer at 716-526-4162. He plans to continue those routes through Christmas Eve. Certainly good to hear Santa got everything straightened out there. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comment section down below. We hope you're gearing up for a great and Merry Christmas. And just a programming note for you who are watching us on Facebook Live, and of course channel 716 on Roku. If you haven't downloaded that yet, be sure to add it to your channel lineup. You can get great and free local content like this 24/7 at the palm of your hands, the touch of your remote. Dakota and I will actually be back next Monday following our winter break, which starts tomorrow. So, of course, news 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com in the meantime. It's great to see Cindy. Good afternoon to Donna, Lori, and Samantha as well. Hopefully you all are having a wonderful day out there. We appreciate you tuning in. Well, now let's get a first check of that weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joining us once again today. And Dakota, as we've been talking about, we definitely maybe feel that Christmas spirit. We hear the music in the air, but we're not seeing it on the ground.
No, there is no Christmas on the ground, at least right now. We've got our Christmas ties on, Justin and I do, but we're trying everything to make it look like Christmas. But yeah, the Randolph Peaches and Cream Skycam doesn't really look like Christmas. It looks more like the first day of spring or the first day of fall out there. 35 degrees in Randolph right now with a dew point of 25. So, I mean, we are going to get a little bit of snow coming our way overnight tonight and then through the day tomorrow, but again, I'm not too confident that it's going to stay around. I think we're going to see a warm-up coming our way later in the week, and that's really going to kind of muffle our chances for a white Christmas here. But today is going to be a nice day. We see some clouds starting to roll in now. The clouds ultimately will break apart as we go through the afternoon. We're already seeing some breaks in the cloud cover already, so we should go at least partly to mostly sunny for at least the later part of the afternoon. 35 was the high yesterday, started the day at 30, 59, and 8 below zero are the records for today. So clouds hang around through the early afternoon, thin out later in the day. Some sun will come our way toward the end of the day, towards the end of the day before sunset time. 33 to 40 is the high temperatures today with a south wind averaging 5 to 10. As we mentioned, we'll get some snow tonight and then through the day tomorrow, and then heat miser looks like it'll probably stick around for Christmas. We'll talk about it in detail at that Ultimate Satellite Solutions 7-day forecast later on in the show, so stay with us.
New York is providing $65 million in financial support and inspectors for counties that are struggling to enforce the state's mask mandate. Governor Kathy Hochul originally did not plan on providing state resources for enforcement, but changed her mind before yesterday's announcement. According to the governor's office, counties that enforce the mask mandate will be eligible for funding. Larger counties will receive up to $2 million, while smaller ones will be eligible for around $1 million. Hochul says the counties can use that funding in multiple ways, including buying masks for stores to distribute to their employees and customers, and setting up a call center where residents can report complaints. The state inspectors will provide spot checks for compliance with the mandate at businesses and other locations. The governor clarified that the checks won't be in targeted counties that say they're not enforcing their mandate. Over a dozen of New York counties have already said that they won't allow those state resources in their areas, including some within the southern tier. Still, Governor Hochul is urging businesses and residents to wear those masks. It's unclear if Chautauqua County will be eligible for financial support because they say they're not enforcing the mandate. President Joe Biden is expected to announce the purchase of a $500 million at-home rapid COVID-19 test today. In a national address, the president will announce a plan to distribute the free COVID tests to Americans who request them through a website. The rapid COVID tests represent one of the new series of steps the administration is taking to address this wintertime surge of infections. 500 million new tests will be available in January and will be shipped to all Americans through the mail. Biden's administration is still working to determine how many tests each household could request. In addition, President Biden is also preparing to deploy 1,000 military health personnel to help hospitals that are currently overburdened by COVID cases. The president is also expected to reassure fully vaccinated and boosted Americans that they don't need to cancel their holiday plans. Well, coming up, a lot more to tell you about. The latest on a timeline for when the Bills could see a new stadium. And later, the importance of today, December 21st. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
Happy holidays from WNY News Now.
Welcome to Honest John's Pizzeria, where you are the most important customer.
Everything from freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has it all.
And don't forget the ice cream!
Order online today or check out our 2 great locations with buffets ready for every appetite.
Don't I have the best job in the world?
Merry Christmas! Happy New Year!
Merry Christmas to everybody!
God bless everybody.
Have a happy holiday.
I want to wish you the best of everything. I'll be seeing you soon, I hope. Bye.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Hi, I'm Al Steffens, owner of Chautauqua Comics. For the last 28 years, we have been your premier retailer of comic books. But we have so much more.
Located at 214 Fairmount Avenue in Jamestown, the shelves are stocked with everything from superhero to classic G.I. Joe and Star Wars. Looking for Pokemon? Chautauqua Comics has it all.
If you have any questions, stop in today or give us a call. Chautauqua Comics Al speaking.
Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
New York's governor is expressing confidence she can reach a deal involving hundreds of millions of dollars in public funding to build the new stadium for the Buffalo Bills in time to be included in the state's budget in April. Governor Kathy Hochul says she has provided the team 2 timelines to negotiate an agreement by either the end of the year or extend those talks through March. The governor added the Bills will have the final say whether to have a new facility based near their current home in Orchard Park or in downtown Buffalo. As for the 2 timelines, Hochul explains there is no hard deadline to get a deal completed by the end of the year should the Bills agree to extend talks.
I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Let's lock this down. Let's get it done. So we are very intently focused on keeping the Bills here. If Orchard Park's their first choice, their only choice, it's Orchard Park, and we'll make it all happen. So we're very excited about announcing a deal, hopefully in the near future, but a lot of devil in the details.
Hochul's comments were the most extensive regarding negotiations with the Bills' parent company, Pagula Sports and Entertainment, since she took over as governor following Andrew Cuomo's resignation in August. The company's lead negotiator has previously said the team would prefer having a deal in place by the end of this year. Well, former President Donald Trump is suing New York's Attorney General Letitia James, accusing her of harassment. Yesterday, Trump and the Trump Organization filed a lawsuit asking a federal court to stop or limit her office's ongoing civil investigation into his businesses. Trump accused James of violating his constitutional rights, claiming that her investigation, which has lasted for more than 2 years, is politically motivated and designed to, quote, harass, intimidate, and retaliate against him. The lawsuit also asked the court to stop James' involvement in any civil or criminal actions against Trump. It comes less than 2 weeks after James says she wants to question Trump under oath next month as part of the investigation. Her office responded to the lawsuit by accusing the Trump Organization of repeatedly trying to delay their investigation. Trump is also accused and facing a criminal investigation by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office that James has been helping out with. Well, as many prepare for holiday vacations, truckers are out on the roads working hard to make those last-minute deliveries to stores and shipping facilities as Christmas creeps closer. Erie News Now's Kristen Allen explains how many in the shipping world are struggling with supply issues just like the rest of us.
As many prepare for holiday vacations, truckers are out on the roads.
Started in Maine on Saturday, came over to Cleveland, and now I'm headed back to Maine.
Working hard to make deliveries to stores and shipping facilities as Christmas creeps closer.
Northeast, it's kind of busy. It's a lot of traffic.
But this year, they're facing some major bumps in the road.
A bunch of containers that they're waiting on that they haven't got anything from.
Supply chain shortages are hitting the industry hard, but not in the way you may think.
Truckers we spoke to say the supply chain shortages aren't affecting their freight, but they're affecting their truck parts. So if they work for themselves and a tire goes out, they could be out of a job for 3 or 4 weeks.
First-hand experience, tires, really hard to get. You're having to sacrifice and go with off-brands and what you normally want.
Matthew Putnam has hauled freight for more than 20 years. He's never seen a struggle to keep on the road like this.
Guys are breaking down and we can't get parts for our trucks, just like people can't get whatever they want for Christmas possibly, but when our truck breaks down and you're a single owner operator, you might be waiting 4 or 5 weeks for a water pump. We're hearing 4 weeks for an engine rebuild kit.
And as they keep on trucking through the holidays, they're asking you for patience, whether you're passing them on the highway or waiting for gifts to make it under your tree.
You want more truck drivers in the industry, be a little nicer to us when you're driving around us.
Kristen Allen, Erie News Now.
Kristen, thank you. Well, winter is officially here. We welcome the season today at precisely 10:59 Eastern Time when the winter solstice occurred. And today will be the shortest and longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere in terms of daylight hours. Now, solstice comes from the Latin word sol, which means sun, and sistere, which means to stand still. The sun will sit at its lowest point in the sky, and around a noontime elevation will stay in the same spot for the next few days. After the winter solstice, source of many custom and traditions as well, including various symbols and rituals. The winter solstice has played an important role in countries and cultures around the world from ancient times to, well, now. As of December 21st, the days will go longer and continue until that summer solstice in June. I feel like we were just talking about the summer solstice just a few weeks ago. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comment section down below. And Dakota, that's one big thing a lot of people maybe struggle with. I know I do here in Western New York. And I guess the farther north you go, probably the worse it would get, but just how dark it is. You drive to work in the morning and it's dark. And then you drive home at night and guess what? It's dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I left here a little after 4:30 yesterday, and the sun was setting and it was already becoming dusk, and it's depressing when you think about it.
Right. But the good news is it's going to be getting better.
That's true.
Over time.
That's true. That's true. And, as you mentioned, we are going to start slowly gaining daylight from here on out all the way to the summer solstice. And Justin just talked about it. 10:59 was the solstice time. So we are officially in winter. So happy winter to you and yours. We're officially in the season, even though it's not really going to feel like it. Now, I wanted to break down the solstice a little bit to talk a little bit about what exactly is the winter solstice. Well, it actually has to do with how the Earth is tilted away from the sun. So the Earth's axis today is 23.5 degrees tilt. That's roughly about the Earth's axis during the winter solstice. And basically, the northern hemisphere, or the northern half of the Earth, is tilted away from the sun. It's actually at its furthest distance away. So obviously, as you get towards the winter solstice, or as you get towards the northern hemisphere, you're going to see less daylight. Actually, as a fun fact, the North Pole is not going to see any daylight for the next 3 months. But once you work down to the South Pole, they're going to be in full daylight for the next 3 months. So how's that for you? And so obviously as you get further north, you're going to see less and less daylight. But we are starting to see some peaks of sunshine. Downtown from HD News Now cam, a pair of 3s as a noon hour. South wind at 9, so the wind chill not too bad at 25. So it's feeling like winter today, but this is going to be, kind of one of those days where it's going to feel like winter, but yeah, it's not going to last pretty much longer. So here's what's going on. We have a front that's crossing the region. All of this snow shower activity that you see out towards the Midwest is going to be dropping in here as we go into tonight and then through the day tomorrow. Also noteworthy, had some severe weather down across the Florida Peninsula near Tampa Bay going into Sarasota and Cape Coral. There was a tornado watch that was up, but that expired, I believe, at 11 o'clock this morning. But getting back to here, no severe weather, but it will be a quiet day today. We actually may see those clouds go away through the afternoon hours, turning clear for the early evening. Then clouds return through the overnight hours. Then we'll see a quick hitting blast of some snow showers. But watch what happens to the snow tomorrow. Looks like it turns more lake effect as we go into the day tomorrow, but it doesn't look like this is going to be any major snowfall, but it will turn into some lake effect potato flakes as we go through the day Wednesday, and especially Wednesday evening, ultimately tapering off by the time we go into Wednesday night and a Thursday. So snowfall totals going all the way through Thursday morning. Yeah, we're looking at about a half an inch to maybe upwards of 3 inches. Once you work into this deep blue strip right here in Cat County, that could be upwards of 2 to 3 inches. So again, not a big deal kind of snow, but it will bring us some snowfall that we've lost. So next 7 days are on the screen right now, powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. Cold day tomorrow, 31, mostly cloudy on Thursday. Late day wintry mix arrives Friday. Christmas Day itself, rain showers likely through the day, may mix with a few wet snowflakes early, but yeah, not too confident on the white Christmas hopes. But Sunday we should dry out. Monday will be our next chance for some rain and snow with temperatures around 40. We'll take a break. Be right back.
Wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. WNY News Now, the Jolly Team, where coverage comes first.
What could you lose in a home fire? Your possessions? Your home? Your memories. Don't let your world go up in smoke. Make sure you have working smoke alarms and practice an escape plan for you and your loved ones, because fire is everyone's fight.
This message was brought to you by the Jamestown Fire Department and the Chautauqua Safety Village.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.
Jesus was the greatest gift that God could have sent us.
I send you much love.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. Happy holidays from WNY News Now.
Two local residents are taking on the drug and crime epidemic here in Jamestown by recreating the popular Squid Game during an event at Levant Wesleyan Church come January 22nd. Our Julia Gress is breaking down what the tournament is and what fuels the creators' mission.
We really want to try to get kids away from the violence and drug use in our community by providing them with another activity to do outside of school.
Organizers Destiny Howard and boyfriend Owen Thompson note the lack of activities in the area, saying most entertainment options for kids have been taken away.
We're trying to give the community something to do with, like, where the arcades are gone, the roller skate rink is gone, all the businesses are shut down, abandoned. You know, there's really nothing to do here, and it results in for kids to go to the streets, try drugs, get into violence.
The pair says that this is more than just a game to them and discuss the big hopes they have for the future.
We just really have seen how terrible the city has been in certain aspects, seeing people abuse drugs and pass away or be shot and killed, and it's just really sad to see, and we just want to save the next generation so they don't have to experience those things.
Like the show, the event hopes to give away substantial prizes.
We're looking forward to like giving away like cars or maybe like larger amounts of gift cards like Walmart and stuff, so people can look forward to coming and not like play and just spend their money away.
The duo encourages people of all ages to come to the event, whether it be to play or just to watch. Tickets can be purchased at the event's website or in person at the church. Tickets to play in the event are currently $25 and will increase to $35 after Christmas. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. Now that event, Dakota, it will consist of 6 games total: red light, green light, tug of war, dodgeball, cornhole, musical chairs, and of course, giant Jenga. Looks like a lot of fun, and for a good cause too, because they bring up a really good point that I think so many people maybe have forgot about, but there isn't that much to do kid-wise here in the area. I know there are after-school programs, but when you think about events, I mean, we have bowling, we have some new indoor golfing and other gaming businesses that have opened up in, say, Lakewood and other areas, but overall, it seems like they're few and far between.
Yeah, because I know when I was growing up, I mean, you know, we had those same echo comments. So, man, there's nothing to do around here for the kids, and we're just sitting at home, you know, twiddling our thumbs, doing nothing.
So that might
I mean, you know, getting out and doing those games, as they said, definitely is a good option instead of going out there and doing drugs. So
absolutely, absolutely, and maybe a great Christmas present. Well, that's it for us. We are back here next Monday, but of course, News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.